Hello everyone, this is Arp Gren, and we're continuing on information for the Warriors of the Eternal Sun speedrun. I found a completely brand new strat through tons of experimentation. So you're going to have a thief. You need 18 strength. That is not negotiable. So this is going to be um, one of the make or break for time if this screen is included in a speedrun. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work, but what I do know is you do need 18 strength. The other stats, you could have high dexterity if you just luck out, but 18 strength you absolutely 100% need. Ranged attacks are determined by strength. As odd as that sounds, this is Dungeons and Dragons, not Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, not third, fourth, not World of Dungeons and Dragons craft like it is now. This is Dungeons and Dragons. So 18 strength is what you need, and that's what we're going to go for until we get it. The rest of the party is going to be filled with just useless characters that we intended to be killed immediately. So we're gonna name Arp because that's my name. Don't wear it out. And we're gonna do magic users because they have a very low HP pool. Ideally, just boom. We're gonna give them 4 HP because that way they're pretty much guaranteed to die in one hit. Oh, give me a name. That we will do. A it is, and A it will be. Let's roll so that they have 4. Good. So, the reason that you want just one character, I will show you in the first dungeon. It's actually a significant improvement in speed and efficiency. Um, so we're going to try to hide now. Um, you can spam it and stand in one place, but you can actually save a few frames because when you spam it, you can actually hold the button and you'll end up going just even the slightest bit forward, which you may as well because in that time, perfect, I got this. Last time I have not had much luck on that. And sorry, but the control seems kind of jerky. It apparently doesn't like my 360 control. I'm doing this in an emulator because it's easier to record right now. Um, but I do have the Sega Genesis, and I've been testing this thoroughly, and my God, does it play a lot better. But anyways, we're not going to worry about that. So the route that you'd want to take immediately is walking entirely left all the way to the river. For whatever reason, I don't 100% know. Whenever you're beside the river, it doesn't seem to do this beside mountains, but beside the rivers for sure, you don't seem to find random encounters. And this is something I've experienced from anecdotally just playing the game, and I've played this game tons. Um, so I'm not going to be able to sneak through there. Let's just walk down here. Um, the river, just walking beside a river, I don't know why this is, but you just don't seem to encounter monsters. You do not want to encounter monsters right away. You want to get to the next zone because you're likely to get grizzly bears and hill giants, which will kill your party ideally very quick. So this is the initial make or break, if you will, for a run. This is going to work because a hill giant is there, and a hill giant has a projectile attack. You do not have to worry about them attacking your thief. He simply cannot attack your thief. But you still want your thief out of there in case there's AoE. You don't want to move him too far because you do have to flee. And if you notice, if you get too far away, you'll experience lag frames from the camera moving, panning back to him. So you don't want to get quite too far away. Maybe I can kill Beastman. No such luck, but that's exactly what we want. And move far enough away, we can attempt to flee, and we're out. Now, any random encounters that you encounter, you do not have to worry about because they will not see you. You can just walk by. Perfect example. So what we're doing is just walking right away, and we're trying not to get lag frames like I was just doing. But like I said, I'm using a very bad controller because this emulator apparently doesn't like diagonals very well. So that way, when I was testing with 4 thieves, anytime I saw a random encounter, it was a major loss in time. However, now with a single thief, it is not a loss of time, no more than a few seconds, and that's pretty good because that's the main determining factor for overall travel, and will seriously hurt runs. So the runs are not so much RNG dependent as they were. Um, so the riverbed I'm just going to follow here so that way I don't encounter much in the way of random encounters, which do, of course, hit you for about maybe 5 seconds at worst, RNG wise. So we're going to follow the mountain. I don't even care about the hill giant. Just be sure to not make the mistake of accidentally attacking them, because if you accidentally attack them, that's that. Run over. Especially against the hill giant in level 1, he will cream you. So attempt to flee. So yeah, you'll probably lose maybe 10 seconds if that. That was a really bad RNG because he happened to be taking up a space that would allow me to completely have passed by him. So that's something that will of course affect a run. I'm getting a lot of random encounters this that's more so than usual. So we're just going up, and this is probably the fire caves right here. Boom. Don't go on there, obviously. I tested to see if killing the mages on the fire worked, but it damaged the thief, and that's something that we don't want because you want to have maximum HP going into the Azcan Temple in case you do and are capable of taking the hits there, because that's essentially the only damage you want to or should take, as just in the Azcan Temple. Um, the party of four thieves didn't seem to affect too much the disarming of traps. Oh, okay, this is not. This is pretty crappy for RNG. So that kind of sucks. Anyways, moving on. The random encounters when you do flee completely disappear. This has been pretty bad RNG because I actually had a run where I had to face a random encounter because I got all the way to the cave, having not encountered a single battle. And I was hoping to see one, but I didn't. So this is the ideal situation because you see right there, I'd lost very little time compared to actually having just normally walked. So that's the ideal random encounter. This is the part that makes or breaks the run. So right here, we're going to just kill the hill. You'll notice that the fire giant will die, hopefully pretty quick, and boom, you gain 2 levels, or is it 3 right off the bat? You want to get to level 6 because that'll only take about 20-30 seconds, not even. But will be greatly needed for the continuing of the run. In this cave further, you'll fight a red dragon and you'll get a +1 bow, which is perfect because you'll do quite a bit more damage with that +1 bow than you would with the sling. Because the bow is more powerful and the +1 bow is also significantly more powerful. And because you only need one weapon, because now you only have one thief, that's perfect. Later in testing, if we need to power level to level 7, sure, we'll do that. Um, oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, this controller is a little unruly and it's difficult, so I did get to level 6. So I'm just gonna save just for the sake of it, and we're gonna continue on. I'm gonna kill him again, just for killing him. Continue on in the cave, get the +1 bow. But this is the strat now with the one thief. I haven't quite tested whether the single scripted fight that you need to do would be better. I haven't memorized this part. I've been working on memorizing the other parts of the cave. Um, So this is the only trick is sort of killing these encounters here, and you have to be very careful with the dragon. You have to sneak by him. Picking up this stuff is essentially for the run because, and we're going to equip the bow real quick. You need to make it back to the Beastman caves, and you can also sell some of the stuff to get +1 leather for safe strats if it becomes necessary, especially for the overworld fight, the one single overworld fight that needs to be done. Um, as it is, I probably went the wrong way too. Yeah, you don't want to go the wrong way in this cave, but as it is, you're done with this cave. You continue on to the next, and we're gonna just leave and continue on to the Beastman caves. So this is gonna be, I'm just gonna walk through this part of the strat here. So the Beastman caves, and then you head back. So when you head back to the town, which is the only time that you're gonna head back to the town until you're finished with the trades, the trade route. Um, you buy the 1,000 gold or whatever cart back to here. So that's the only time you're going to backtrack a bunch, because once you're done here, you immediately go to the um, the Azcan temple once you've finished, of course, this part. So we're going to do this real quick. This is much easier, and you can just spam the bow. As you notice, the numbers are, 3-4 points higher than they were. So you just run past this guy. The trigger is just hitting these vines. Ideally, he will be there when I turn around to shoot him. No. Okay, he can hurt, so hopefully we'll kill him really quick. You can get the spear and light. I would recommend against it. I just did for the lulls of it. So when you're heading back this way, it's very important that you follow the river, because as I mentioned, following the river is... Oh, okay, I'm not going to attack them. I'm going to go up this way and... Go back in there and try. So this is one way that we can sort of cheese random encounters because you'll pretty much always find encounters here. It's kind of annoying, but this is one way to cheese it out. You can hop into the cave real quick and it'll reset the encounters. But when we head back, we're going to backtrack along the river, and it does take a little longer. I'm going to have to do some testing to see whether or not this is actually a time saver or not. But because you don't encounter any encounters for I don't know what reason again, um, that was because I was actually not following the river initially, in case you want to call me a liar and whatnot. But I think we might be far away enough. No, no such luck. Okay, now we're far away enough to run away. I've noticed that just following the river, you just don't seem to hit encounters, and I don't know why. It it is a slightly longer route, but saving that bit of time on random encounters, which could be anywhere upwards of 30, 40 seconds, would probably counterbalance the fact that this is a slightly lower, lower, a slightly slower route. Um, so, anyways, we're gonna just quickly get back to the town. And then from here, you just go back to the Beastman Caves, and then from there, and by the way, in the Beastman Caves, I have confirmed this, the task is correct. You only need to go to the entrance of the swamps. You do not actually in any way have to go into the swamps. Don't go up there. Trust me on that one. Not going to help you much. And random encounters. I think I may or may not have gone too low. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to cut the video short here, but this is the main strat you want to do. The one thief, the only possible roadblock there could be is the temple, and I did it with 4 thieves, and I seem to have some pretty good success. So just from looking at it, I went the totally wrong way. Well, aren't I clever? So anyways, the I'm still working on the routing, as you can plainly see, but the one thief seems to be working pretty good. I didn't have much trouble, if you will, with doing 4 thieves, and a couple of them, after my tests, most of them were at level 2. There was one that was level 6 because they just happened to be the one that was, low down in the party, which is why I came to the idea of just doing one thief, and I didn't seem to have much trouble. The first target you're going to kill pretty quick. We may need to develop whether or not doing the 5 or 6 seconds it would take to get the leather +1 leather armor at the store is worth it or not. I'm not sure. There's a lot of testing, but this is definitely going to be the strat. The one thief, totally the way to go. Also because in dungeons you can just spam and you can just kill things really quick. Um, which is awesome, and plus they'll be high level because it's the only person gaining experience. Um, so that's going to be a good thing. All right, let's get out of here. So anyways, until next time, when I have more information, this is Arp Gren, and thank you for watching, and hopefully this comes to light and helps us get a really, really good speed run of Warriors of the Eternal Sun, because that is my goal. Whether it's me or someone else, let's work on it. Thanks, guys. Take care.